I love how, yeah, every time I do this, it's a different thing. Um, I do have some things drying on the towel rack. If you see them, it's not dirty laundry, it's clean. Boom, because that's how I roll. I don't dare my dirty laundry. As you know, if you hear noises in the background, that'll be the little man. Love him bunches. It's just how it happens. Also, there are 2 dogs, 3 cats. Good morning, Clancy. I hope I got that name right. I'm sorry, I don't have I have my glasses, but I can't get them quick enough to actually see the names sometimes. So anyway, just wanted to come on, talk about a few things, and I promised that I would share a tip with you all that I did Sunday morning. And for those of you that don't know, I am a member of the Man of War Church of God Choir. I don't always get to sing with them because of my health, and I don't get to sing with them nearly as much because of my health. But we do have our lights and we do have our setup because we do broadcast. So there are certain things that, well, there's my brush. I couldn't find it a while ago. And I really, to be honest with you, I just threw my hair back up in a clip because I'm still baking, I'm still cooking, and if you have hair like mine, if you don't have it pulled up while you're in the kitchen, it's going to end up all in somebody's food. So I have this, and I just finished bread baking, and so while that's doing that, we're doing this. It's actually in the process of rising, however, whatever the correct word is. So we're going to do this really quick. Let me step to the side because it is springtime in Kentucky, and you know what that means? It means Allergy City has happened. Alrighty. Anyway. Now, what I started to say earlier, we are not required to wear or not to wear makeup. It is solely our decision. However, me being the person that does, I'm going to make sure that it still looks good and that it's going to last through the lights. And we do 2 services back to back. So I'm going to make sure that everything stays pretty well where I want it. So what I did last week is I'm going to do the face part. I'm not going to do the eyes. Those of you that know me also know that Kentucky plays tonight. And it looks like we may have PJ back. Yay. Happy dance. This shirt that I currently have on is a Widener Family Reunion shirt. Why it doesn't have the exact year that on it is beyond me. I think it was this past year. But it's blue for a reason because most of us are Kentucky fans or are Kentucky fans by default because our family is originally from, our parents are all originally from Kentucky, so we pull for Kentucky regardless of whoever we pull for anywhere else, any other team. So I'm going to start off, guess I should tell you, I think that y'all can read my mind, so using the Tarte, can't see what it's called, Timeless Smoothing Primer Base. Smoothing primer. This is, I'm wearing my glasses like a little old man. I look like my dad when I do it. Kind of freaks my daughter out because it really looks like my dad. Anyway, if you noticed, I just use it around like the parts of my face that are going to be what I want to stand out. Now, a couple of things that I did. Hi! Hi, Danny. Please come back and watch the rest if you want to later. I appreciate you stopping by. I understand that you're at work. Y'all are blessed to be able to do that. So when you don't feel blessed because you have a job, remember, those of us that wish we could. Seriously, just stop back by. Thanks for saying hi. Anyway, if you notice that I'm going to use the tart like right around this part of my face. What I'm going to do, and sadly I'm probably going to be breaking up with this uh, primer for just ethical reasons and moral reasons, my own personal choices. Um, don't really want to get into that. But I just basically pat that around the area where I use the tart. I do not have a wet wash rag handy. I have wash rags handy, but I forgot to wet one after I did. Now, a couple of things that I did Sunday that I'm not doing right now, just simply because it's, I have no idea what time it is, but it's later on in the day. I'm not going anywhere. Kentucky plays tonight, so y'all know what that means. More than likely, I'm going to be either touching up my makeup, possibly doing another game day look. This is not going to be as boom on there as much as possible, and this is expensive, so I don't really need it today, so we're going to skip on it. But I did use Dr. Brandt's No More Needles, No More Baggage under my eyes Sunday. And what I do whenever I'm doing this stuff, if you notice after I did my primer, I'm taking a minute to talk. And the reason why I'm doing that is it's giving my primer time to tack, it's absorb. But before I started the video, I cleansed my face, I put my moisturizer on, which I'm still using. It's not technically a face cream, but my gosh, it's wonderful for my skin. You can use it all over. But the First Aid Beauty, or FAB, Ultra Repair Cream Intense Hydration is amazing for my skin. I have old lady skin. I have very dry skin, probably from years and years of being out in the sun. Not gonna lie about it. Also use, guys, just real quick, we've had a bad accident in Lexington. Please be in prayer. Power outage, dump truck. That's all I could get from the little thing that just flashed on my screen. So kind of pray for these people that are involved in that. I use the coconut water cream, not just where I have these cracks underneath here. And I have these cracks because I sleep on my side. Talked with a dermatologist about fixing them. Botox came into, and no, we're not doing Botox. I won't do it for other reasons. So we're not going to do it for, I won't do it to stop my migraines, so I'm not going to do it to be pretty again. Now, a couple of things, and again, we're letting all this kind of tack. I'm burning up. It's that time of the weather. It's not cool enough, really warm enough to turn the air on, but it's not cool enough to have the heat on, so I have nothing on. But my house is so well insulated, thank you God for that blessing, that I'm gonna sweat. So I'm not complaining. I'm just letting y'all know that if you see me start to melt, that's why. It's hot in my house. I am still drinking coffee because we haven't made it that far today. I slept late. I've been ill since, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. It just is what it is. So, yeah. Guys, it is the day to celebrate our Vietnam veterans. If you notice, of course, I posted a picture of the mayor, and I posted a picture of my Uncle Joe. If you have a veteran, a Vietnam veteran specifically, celebrate them today. If they're living, call them. I wished I could. My two main veterans are gone now. I can go visit their graves, but I can't call them and say Happy Vietnam Veterans Day. Can't do it. So, if you have them in your world, please, 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 take them, thank them, talk to them, love on them, appreciate them. There's another little topic that I may go into or may not. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, moving forward two things happened to me, and if you follow me, I cannot believe that I cannot find what I'm looking for. Imagine that in my house. If you could follow me around to see how much stuff I can't find in my house, that I lay something down and I think that I know where I put it so that I can get it later. Never works. Excuse me just one second. I'm sorry. I try not to do that, even though it's just a little dribble running. I try not to do that on camera because I'm sorry, it's icky. That's how I was raised. You don't do it in front of people. Anyway, back to, make sure we got a little bit of primer on my nose. Back to where we are. And I'm trying to kind of do this in somewhat of a hurry because I'm limited on my time. Oh my goodness. Guys, I made a big boo-boo. This is something.
We need to get the chips for the chip truck.
We need to get the chips for the chip truck?
Yeah, chip truck.
We have a chip truck? Really? Oh boy. Who knows? Anyway, as you can see, Sunday, I forgot to do, this never happens. So, thankfully, luckily, even when I goof, I have a backup. Because this one's going to have to be dealt with and put through the microwave. If you do that trick, microwave it in a cup of water where it's floating, you know, where the water can go around for longer than a minute. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. If you do it much more than that, you're going to destroy your beauty blender. So don't do that. Anyway, let's get into back to what we were doing. Can somebody tell me what I titled this video? Because I've already forgotten. I don't have any distractions. You're Thomas?
I am the fastest engine.
You're the fastest engine? Are you the cheeky one?
I am the fastest cheeky one.
You're the fastest cheeky one? Are you Grammy's favorite?
Oh, yeah, James.
Yeah. Are you spoiled?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Are you going to ride down the hill with Papa?
Yeah.
We made a major mistake. He and I have not been well this week. I'll tell you this real quick while I'm trying to figure out what I was... Oh, I'm going to tell you too. After I did my cream, I went ahead and also did... I let that absorb for a while. Used my Tarte oil with my purple sponge. It's getting low during the Ulta 21 days sale. I did pick up a new one, so I'll be chucking that sponge soon and opening a new one. Yay. Whenever it gets ready. Now, for Sunday...
Now I am glow in the dark Thomas.
You're glow in the dark, Thomas? Cool.
Look at my back glow.
Okay. I did use the Huda Beauty. I used 3 Huda Beauty palettes.
Whoa! Huh? I'm Turbo Thomas.
I used the nude palette.
Thomas.
You take Turbo Thomas in there, please. I used the nude palette out of here, but I'm just showing you because I used the glitter. I braved up. I used glitter once before. Ended up having glitter all over my face. It was a really good service. But anyway, I kind of mixed and matched out of the Desert Dusk and the Rose Gold palette.
Hey,
Son, what?
I'm Thomas and Hero.
Okay, go be Thomas and Hero. I apologize. I get a little short sometimes with him, and I really shouldn't. He's coming back.
Now I'm cranky.
Okay, can you please get your iPad or watch TV? Okay, now we're going to get back to business, and hopefully no more distractions. Oh, he's coming back. Son,
Thomas.
I love you, but please go watch TV. biggest thing that I'm going to do first, this is the Becca under eye. Son. It's not concealer, it's color corrector. And I'm just taking a dab and going under my eyes with it. This will level off as eventually he'll get tired of bugging me. He's in a happy mood. We're both starting to feel better, so yeah. We're both a little cabin feverish and bouncing off the wall.
Oh!
Son, go that way.
What happened? What happened? I Thomas the car.
Anyway, so we just take that and pat that in there. I do have the anti-fatigue under eye. Go that way.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Sorry. Even Grammy, it's the camera. Children, for some reason, when the camera's on, I could be in here for 4 hours and he wouldn't come this much. So sometimes I have to make the mean Grammy voice. Yeah, which probably will not stop him because he'll probably come right back. That's just how it goes. Anyway, we've done 17 minutes of pretty much nothing. So, except me fussing at my grandson. Yay! Anywho, so did that. Let that sit for a minute. Went ahead and used my Shape Tape. This one is almost empty. So I may have to break out a new one. Now, something that I do, especially on Sunday mornings. You notice there's something on my nose. If you come in here, I'm going to get you.
Don't get me.
Ha 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 ha, I tricked you. Go that way, please. Take my sponge. And we're just going to press that in there. Now, y'all know that I have a leaky nose. So you will notice that whenever I blend out, I press a lot more than I actually physically move product for this reason. Now, second thing that I'm going to do is find where to go. Let's borrow this again. By the way, he'll come back and do something cute, so, you know. But I'm going to take this primer over top of that, just around my nose area, because we all know that there's an issue there. Now, you can powder over top of that to help set it. I don't have dry enough skin for it to matter. So, or for it to help. So, this just kind of keeps it set for me for a little bit longer. Okay. We're just going to take, that's not going to work. I don't know why. I do this every time and I know it's not going to work because it's not going to stand out enough. So we'll blend it in and then go with a different method. So I can get to what I did Sunday. Okay. And go with, and they still be in crazy bits and pieces, and they are. I was running late, so stuff started getting thrown. But I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty. I can't see the color, I'm sorry. But just put a little bit of contour down, a little bit of contour down, touch of contour there, touch of contour there. Touch right there to kind of hide those little nun things that are starting to happen. They're either nun or tailor, I haven't decided yet. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my highlighter, and you'll notice that I'm going right over top of, but not all the way out. Where I put the concealer. The reason being is it's allowing for light. I don't know where the blush went to this. It's not a good thing. There it is. I don't know how people that get PR and stuff like that can keep up. I cannot with just what I order anymore. I can't keep up. So that's why I implemented the 24-hour rule, because something had to give in what I was doing. I'm going to take just a touch from the blush stick. And I'm going to be real honest with you. You may be able to actually see it. These are old, or getting old, so they're getting a little dried out. So they may need to be replaced soon. Other than that, they still perform beautifully. I threw makeup everywhere Sunday getting out of here. It is what it is. Okay, now here's where the fun happens. Where we pull this together. Now bear in mind that before I did this Sunday, I had already done my eyes. I'm not doing that this way today because I'm going to get this part done, and we'll probably do blue eyes later. So, or we may do them now. Who knows? It's me. Anyway, I'm going to take a little bit. Pull that around my face down a little bit. This is waterproof. This is very, very waterproof. This is going to stay on until you take it off, and until you take it off with a oil-based cleanser. I love this stuff. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter. It means business. I'm going to take just a couple of pumps. I'm going to have to order another one of these soon. However, this is my go for Sunday. However, the problem with this that I have, now you notice I put the little bit of primer, remember? We did that so that whenever I do this, it has something more to adhere to. Because I'm going to wipe my nose a bazillion times a day. And yes, funny on me, I got to church Sunday morning. I use the back of my hand for my makeup. I got to church Sunday morning, looked down, had makeup on the back of my hand. Yeah, that happened. So anyway, we're just going to take and blend this in. And one thing that you will notice, it means what it says by All Nighter. It is you have to work pretty quickly with it. It's going to stay in place, and I love that. I'm going to go ahead and cover my eyeballs up since we're not sure if we're going to do an eyeshadow or not. And what we're doing is we're just covering. See how that's covering that contour? It's covering it, blending it out, making it look soft, but at the same time, making it look pretty. Yeah, we're going to take that down on my little turkey neck thing that's happening. I got to get back in the pool. Got to. Okay. Now, this within itself is a look that I could go, I can warm it up with bronzer and be fine. It's a little more dry because it is like it's. If I called it shellac, don't be mad at me, because it kind of is. It's going to stay there, and we like that. That's what we want to happen. Son, can you please go potty? Yes, wait, please. While this is drying down, I'm going to go ahead and base this out. He thinks when I'm distracted that I'm not paying attention. And I use a MAC paint pot. Also very sad, MAC may be another company that I may have to rethink purchasing from. There are some companies' ethics that just kind of have to relook at some things from time to time. If you buy the brand, support the brand, we're still friends. I don't care. I mean, when I say I don't care, I don't mean that blasé sounding. What I mean is, I don't have a problem. If you choose to support them, that's great. I learned in the last few days that I have to do some research on. Yeah, I take just a hair. Did you go potty, please, son? Where did you find that?
Yeah, it's a little water.
Yes, it is. Where did you find it?
Under.
You may not have that. Put it on the kitchen table, please. Okay, now, here's where the magic happened last week for me. Remember my last video, we talked about this. The L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This stuff, I'm telling you, is good. However, like I said, I'm under lights Sundays. We're moving, we're sweating, we're doing, it just is. Go to the Man of War Church of God Facebook channel, or Facebook page, or YouTube channel. You'll see we are busy. Anyway, so we take just a little bit on the back of my hand. I got a little bit more than I intended to, but yeah, that. I take a little bit. This is still the sample that came in one of my beauty boxes. I use about 2 drops, if that, just because I want glow. I don't want a whole lot of sparkly. I just want a little bit of glow, but not enough to mess with the formula of this heavenly foundation that I just love. And as you can see, that's what I'm doing. Around those right parts of my face where the Urban Decay kind of settles into, parts that I kind of don't want it to settle into. Watch this. Just pops the glow and gives me back a skin look. And I can take this all the way, not just down my neck, but down far enough to cover whatever is showing here, because when you're, lights in front of everybody, you would not believe what shows up. I have, you can see where I need to do my hair real well under the lights, real well. I know because when we had Ian dedicated, my hair needed done. Didn't know that till the playback. Stepping to the side for just a minute. Now, and go in, since we're this far, why not? Sprayed it with, which I think I'm out of, use the Urban Decay All-Nighter that came as a sample. I'm hoping, I gotta check and make sure that I have another one of those before Sunday. Basic that I did for Sunday. I'm gonna throw on the rest of my makeup a good 30 minutes, and I need to check on some things like my boy. I need to make sure that he's not done something he shouldn't do. Anyway, this is it. My thought for the day is real simple. If you notice that the other day I posted pictures of my lemon tree, and oftentimes my lemon tree will preach to me. And those of you that have plants can identify with this. There is a time that things are not always blooming. Things are not always bearing fruit. When I transplanted my lemon tree this last time, I got really concerned because it was a major shock to the tree, and each time that I have to do that, it's a major shock, and it's in its final home, I hope. Just namely because I can't lift it anymore, so it kind of has to be. But anyway, during those seasons when you seem to be barren, when there seems to be no end in sight to the stresses and the worries and the cares of this life, this hit me Sunday. George Moxley came and preached for us, and man, I like him. I found myself very discouraged with the situation that my family is in. And I had forgotten, this ain't the first time that we've been in a similar situation. And I forgot how weary we can get climbing this mountain. Even though this isn't the first time. I forgot how, and this time I don't have the other issues that I had when we went up this mountain before with my sister. This time, so as he started preaching the first service Sunday, we stayed for both services because it's George Moxley. If you ever get a chance, go hear him preach. He has the most obtuse and comical way of presenting something to you, and real down to earth. So if you ever get the chance to listen to him. Highly recommend him. You'll get something from him. Anyway, as he started talking about, he was in the first service, he was talking about Abraham and what Abraham went through, and finally getting a son, and having to know the night before and have that on his mind that whole night, that the next day he was going to offer his son as a sacrifice. And like I said, my family's been at this point twice now. Whenever it becomes you offering that sacrifice, and it's your family member, it gets to be huge. And now I'm not talking about, actually laying, taking that person's life and laying them on an altar. No, 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 no. I'm talking about whenever you have to lay them on the altar and turn around and walk away without them and say, God, it's up to you. It's in your hands. That can be a little difficult. Actually, we've had to do that 3 times, but 2 times that it have been more than inspiration, so to speak, for today is simply, and I'm letting this all dry while we're doing this, is quite simply, don't let go. Don't forget that whatever mountain you're climbing has a peak. Don't forget that whatever you're going through has a start, a beginning, a middle, and an end. If you're in a valley and you're climbing a mountain, you're going to get to the top. You may be this close to your breakthrough. You may be standing at the gate of your breakthrough. If you're standing at the gate, don't keep standing in the one place. Step through. Walk through. That gate has been opened for you to do that. Okay? Don't get me wrong when I say this. I know it's hard. We all have stuff going on that is hard. Flat out hard. Some things are harder than others. I'm not taking away from nobody else when I talk about what's going on in my life, okay? I won't do that. I'm sharing with you for a reason, because I'm telling you, let's lock arms together. Let's walk forward together. Let's help each other. If we have somebody around us that is sick with whatever, be it mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever, gather around them and love them. There is no point in shunning them. It's not going to help them, and it's not going to help you. So, yeah, that kind of went a whole different direction than what I had planned. But, and it's not towards anybody. It's anything other than what's on my heart. Okay? If it helps you, great. If it doesn't help you, pass it on back to somebody that may need it. That's all I ask. Feel free to share your comments, to share your, be nice, because I'm going to tell you straight up in my comments, if you're not nice, if you're not respectful. I don't use profanity. I prefer that you don't use it in my chat. It's mine. We run my ship my way. That's just it. There's some things that are, it's okay. But the thought that I want to leave with you more than anything today. And while we're doing this, we're just going to take a little blush and kind of start warming up my face a little bit more. Just kind of pulling that contour back out. But while, especially today is a day, if you're out somewhere, you see an elderly gentleman wearing a Vietnam veteran hat, shake his hand. Come out of yourself and out of whatever's going on in your life for 5 seconds. Okay? Am I preaching? Probably. Do I care? No. We are all too quick to throw things on other people that we need to pick up and do ourselves. I'm going to take just a little bit of Morphe in the shade Spirit. Came in a box. Only reason why I own it. I don't particularly Morphe blushes. I like their eyeshadow. Don't like their blushes. Just one of them things. So we're just going to take that on a big powder brush and do that. If I seem ranty, I don't mean to. Okay? I really, really, really don't. That's never my intent on this channel, is to rant or to be unpleasant. My desire is to uplift. But there are times that some things need to be said. And some of those things are, be nice. Okay? Do you get it? Do you get where I'm going with this today? Be nice. We are only here for a little while, just a small period of time. So be nice to each other. It's not that hard. It really isn't. It's not that hard to be nice to each other. If you don't like somebody, avoid them. It's that simple. Just knock stuff down off the shower. My drying rack. Air is free, guys. That's just how I work. Anyway. Yeah, I see what we're gonna do. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I got a lot more on my brain, but discernment is telling me to shut up. And plus, it's been way longer than I intended, so I'm going to stop this for now. If I do a game face, I'll either hop back on and do it with you or just show you the pictures. I don't feel completely 100% well, so it may or may not happen, but that blue eyeshadow is going to be on my eyes at some point today. So, you all have a wonderful day. Remember, above all else, even though I may rant, we may disagree, we may even argue, remember that I care about you, genuinely care about you. Right, wrong, or otherwise, I care more than anything. So if there's something I can help you with, or if you just need an ear, stop it. Shoot me a private message. My DMs are open for a reason. I ain't trying to hide on here. It's Kentucky grammar. I'm not trying to hide. I have nothing to hide. I've made mistakes in my past. I'll own up to them. Don't care. I made mistakes. Ooh, wow. I did things I shouldn't have done. Ooh, wow. I learned lessons. And through learning those lessons, I can help someone else by telling them, look, dude, we went down that road. Let me tell you what it ended up being. In an effort to keep you from going down that road. So, yeah. And I'm still talking, and I should be closing this down. So that's what we're going to do. Remember, I am the mayor's daughter. I love y'all oh so very much. Have a great day. I'm shutting this down, or I'm going to preach. See you, bye. The mayor's daughter. Happy Vietnam Veterans Day. Celebrate your veteran. I would give anything if I could call my dad or my Uncle Joe. I would give anything. Just one more time.